Hello, my name is Aaron Leth. This is my intro into my observing video. I'm observing Irene O'Connor. She's an Algebra 3 and Pre-Cal teacher here at LaPorte High School. She's been teaching for approximately 28 years. She's been the Teacher of the Year for this district, I believe, 3 times, with all 3 of those actually being the District Secondary Teacher of the Year. Ms. O'Connor will use a variety of instructional strategies, from warm-up to calling on students individually to check for understanding. She also uses choral response. She does do a lot of kind of lecture-based, but it's using technology where kids will be allowed to, or she'll project it up on the board. Kids will have to go up to the board to work out problems and different things like that. Strategies not only keep these strategies keep them engaged, but also help to differentiate the instruction and also reach the maximum number of students. Prior to actually going into her classroom for the observation, I kind of sat down and talked with Ms. O'Connor as far as what I was going to be looking for and the things that I was hoping to see. She again, is a veteran teacher. She's been doing this for 28 years, and so a lot of this was just second nature for her. I tried going off of the TTES, the new walkthrough instructions, and that's actually what I brought in with me, was a old observation that I had from one of my observations, and just went over kind of step by step some of the things that I was looking for, things that she was hoping that I would get out of the class, out of observing her, and things like that. I'm really looking forward to going in there and seeing what she does differently versus what I do, and seeing how it can affect on how I work in my class. Also, it'll be nice to kind of see things from an administrative perspective, seeing what they're looking for, how it is sitting in a classroom where, you know, while the teacher's teaching, and kind of going from there. No, oh, here, let me get that out of the way.
Now I'm not back there. Like fighting. I'm like fighting, like freaking out because I thought I was like, and so I was like, you know what the cycle is? Oh, I didn't know. Where the you are saying. That's all. Really fake.
That's only one. These are
Do you want to do just like your desk, I'm sorry. That's when you put stuff on your desk.
I know, I'm not going I like that shirt. I don't remember. Like giving up.
Just not right now. Hey, are you already finished with the warm-up?
Yeah. Oh, God, you're here.
The bell has rung.
I thought that was our sub.
No, he's yeah.
Oh, you're observing?
He's observing.
What are you observing for?
My master's.
Your master's? Oh, that's so cool. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So did you have to take any tests?
Yeah, I've still got 3 classes left, so I got Lois. Thank you.
Yes, you are.
think we want to try her, but I don't want to ask because I really want to say that.
Wait, thank you.
She didn't get her haircut?
2 weeks ago, Laura and I in the row. She is. The day after I get my haircut, she notices. Not even my husband notices.
My husband doesn't notice either.
Hey, Sam, Matthew, Brooke, Martin. Where's Martin?
Martha's right there.
Isabel, Devin, Nellie, Sam, Joe, William, Matthew, Hunter, Lauren, Cameron, Megan, Valerie. Everyone's here. Hey, you finished with the warm-up? Please get it done. Now would be a good time.
I lost my backpack.
Is that ready? 47?
Yeah.
It's almost Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Why do I have some?
I'm sorry.
We had some work that we did
You're like
last
50.
Friday, but we finished it last.
Because he turned it in to me.
Would you like it?
He probably would appreciate it me to have it.
You hand me the paper.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
And then the home for the weekend. Actually, I have football game.
Oh, no, no, I'm talking about.
Hey,
Subway, eat fresh.
questions on the warm-up?
Who did it?
No,
I'm sorry?
we have questions.
You can't
She
see?
said any questions on the warm-up? I say no.
Walk up, see closer.
She's ain't know what I said.
Okay, what does it mean when you have a double root?
Crosses.
It does not cross.
There were P's.
Remember, an x squared, it's a parabola. That's exactly what's happening at that point, going the direction you're going. Crossing, crossing, negative flips it. And remember that one, triple root, it has to kind of snake through there. Yep.
How was your weekend so far?
My weekend was fabulous. I spent Saturday at Rice University. Or I went to a workshop to learn how to become a better math teacher.
No.
So I really enjoyed it. It was good. The lady was really good.
Was she better than you?
I think she's a better teacher than I am. Did she want one?
No, thank you.
What?
But the thing is, I was getting 90s on my PT because I was dressed out.
It looks like someone had a stroke while typing and somehow made letters go up and down.
Oh, on there. They really did. Doesn't it look like that? You said it looks like somebody had a stroke while typing.
I know you did. I watched you do it. Don't try to deny it. Hey! What Hunter drew on the board are called what? Polynomial functions. We've been sketching. We started on Thursday. We're finishing, or we worked on it on Friday, and we're going to finish it a little bit more today. The official definition of a polynomial looks like this. So, those of you, Sam, those of you that are going to college next year, you're going to have probably an online textbook or a hard copy. That's the official definition of a polynomial. What does it mean? All that means is that you have some kind of equation with powers on it. When I look at this, n is what? The highest power. And the highest power is always the degree of the polynomial. And then the highest power has to be a what? A positive integer. And what is an integer?
A number.
Any number greater than 0.
Integer is a whole number. 0.5 is not an integer. An integer is 1, 2, 3, 4, etc., etc. So it cannot be a fractional power. The polynomial has an integer power greater than 0, greater than or equal to 0, and it has to be an integer. So when we're looking at number 1, is that a polynomial?
Yes.
How do you know?
There's no negative.
4, 2, they're integers, and neither one is negative, so I'm good. So I have, yes, a polynomial. What is the degree of that polynomial? Samantha, are you here?
4.
4. The highest power. The degree is 4. How many terms does it have?
2.
8.
Yes, ma'am.
So what makes it a polynomial?
It has exponents that are integers. It cannot be a negative. It cannot be a fraction. So that's what makes it a polynomial. Okay. Now what? 3 terms. 1, 2, 3. We have done that before. Okay. Is number 2 a polynomial?
No.
It's no. Okay, look here. 2, do you remember how to write the square root as an exponent?
Negative.
1/2. Sorry. Thank you. Okay, so we have 2x raised to the 1/2, so therefore the answer is no. Can't have 1/2 as an exponent. Remember, our exponent has to be greater than or equal to 0, and it has to be an integer. Okay, number 3, Desi. Polynomial, yes or no?
No.
Why not?
Negative exponent.
Okay, no negative exponent. Austin, number 4. Polynomial or not?
No.
Why not?
Negative.
I'm sorry?
Negative.
Okay. Remember, 3 over x can be written as 3 times x to the negative 1. So it's again negative exponent. Okay, Brooke, on number 5, polynomial, yes or no?
No,
Why not?
because of,
It's a fraction, but what's different from 4 and 5?
it's flipped.
It's flipped. So, is the exponent on 5 positive? Because it's a 1. And this one an integer. So this actually is, yes. What's the degree?
1,
And how many terms?
2,
2. So just because you see a fraction does not mean it's not a polynomial. Yes, ma'am.
So isn't it actually 1/3 times x?
That is correct. That would be the same thing. On number 7, Sam, polynomial, yes or no?
Yes.
What happens? Oh, we skipped number 6. Okay. Number 6, Sam, polynomial, yes or no?
Yes.
No.
So it's not.
No.
why not? I wanna know.
Okay. When you have an exponent in the denominator, what is its power when it moves?
Negative.
Yeah. Negative power. Number 7. William, yes or no?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah.
And how many, well, what's the degree?
2.
Uh-uh.
3.
1, 4.
Okay. Remember, this would be 5x times x minus 3 times x minus 3. What is the power?
3.
3. X times x times x is an x cubed. How many terms is it going to end up with?
1.
Okay.
2.
You may have to go to the side. 5x times x squared minus 6x plus 9. How many terms are you going to end up with?
4.
No.
3. 2. 1.
Because that's going to become 5x cubed minus 30x squared plus 45x. 3 terms. So if you can't see it, go and do the math. Number 8, Joe, yes or no?
Yeah. No. Maybe.
Yes.
No. Is that an integer?
It could
No,
be.
it's not.
It could be, but you don't know. It could also
That's why
be
I
a
said maybe.
negative.
That's why my final answer was maybe.
Can't have variables as exponents. Okay, so you know what a polynomial is, you know what a polynomial is not. On the next one, do you have a question?
No, yeah.
You good? Okay, number, what is it, 9? Okay, what's number 9? Oh, that's the stuff you already know how to do, right?
Yeah.
All right, you do 9 and 10. You want to do 9? You, Isabel. Since you were Skippy.
You definitely
It
were.
says use your graphic calculators at the school.
I know, but you know me, not going to happen.
And you're not following the rules.
I never am when it comes to graphing calculators. I don't allow you to do it. Okay, what's the degree on that one? If you multiply it together, it would be an x squared, okay? And what are the roots?
3.
Okay. X is 2, negative 3, right? Okay, negative 3. And which direction is it going? Okay. So graph it.
Plug in zeros for the.
She's working on.
When you find the line set, do you use the old one or the roots?
I'm sorry?
You use the original or the roots?
To find the original one.
Use the original.
Yeah, because you can't plug anything into the root. You have to replace x with 0. Often we discuss that. Yeah. We discussed that, no. Put it away. I know, sweetheart, I know this is, by the way, when I graded your paper, put arrows on these. Thank you. Okay, any questions on number 9? You good? over 10.
Wait, I have a question.
I'm sorry, what?
So how did you know that it at -6? Did you multiply them?
Yes, -2 times 3 is -6. To find the y-intercept, you replace each x with 0 and do the math. And that's what she did. Yes? Only one of them. This one, and it's not a 4. It's an
You're on the color guard versus on me.
Wait,
I think so.
I am?
No, you're on Pennywood's.
Oh,
Today's search.
So it would be going
I was there last week.
here and then.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
That's correct. Hey. Come on.
Huh?
You can do it up there. You can do it up there. Come on. Not you. I know, right? I'm sorry?
You just draw it, Will. He's not.
I'm not a person.
Yes.
I'm not a person.
But when you go, you have to put your own.
What?
I don't know.
Make one of your.
Yes, you would. Remember what I said before? There you go. Thank you. Okay, I want you to do me a favor. List the degree, list the end behavior, and list the y-intercept.
That's some hair you got there.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, we are.
I
That's why our windows.
Very nice.
Okay. 0, 0, right?
You don't gotta give me like circles and stuff.
Yes, ma'am. What do you mean, how is this? If you take each factor, set it equal. 0. It's just 0. X equals 0, x minus 4 equals 0. Yes. Degree is.
Back to your micrograde.
Oh, the degree, y-intercept degree of the end behavior. End behavior, what's happening on the left, what's happening on the right? Down on the left, up on the right. Just like what's the end behavior on 9? Up and up. When do the ends go in the same directions? When your power is, highest power is what? Even power. 4, 6, 8, 2. Okay, hit up, William. Thank you. Okay.
Answer the question.
9 and 10, we've been doing no problem. Number 11, what do we need to do first?
Find the highest degree of power.
That one is easy to see.
It's bigger than the 3.
Okay.
The 4 is bigger.
In order to graph this, I have to do what?
Factor.
I have to factor it to find the roots. What do these two have? Okay, highest power is what?
Third.
Highest power is 4.
X to the 4.
Okay, it's a negative x to the 4th. What's happening on the left and the right?
Down, down.
So in order to find the roots, what do these two guys have in common?
X cubed.
A negative x cubed. So I'm going to factor out a negative x cubed, and I'm left with x plus 3. What do I need to do with each of these in order to find my roots? Thank you. Negative x cubed equals 0, x plus 3 equals 0. So we have 0 how many times?
3.
3 times. 1, 2, 3, and
3.
negative 3.
Like the
What do I know about the triple root?
It does a swirl. It makes a snake.
It has to go like that, right? My end behavior tells me they both have to go down. So I have to go down here so I can go through here like that, straight through the 0. What's the only thing that's different in this case from what we've been doing up till now?
I thought the, I
Yeah.
thought there's zero.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the snake.
Oh, the wrong one is, thank you. But what's different from this problem to the other ones?
Nothing.
There is something different compared to what we have been doing. There it is. Yeah, we had to factor it. That's the only difference. End behavior is the same. We still have to set it equal to 0, find the x's. So when I look at number 12, what's the degree?
4.
4. End behavior is,
Down, down.
I mean, up.
it would up, right? It's a positive. Positive x to the 4th. And then in order to find the roots, that factors to x squared what? Oh, I'm sorry, x squared times,
X
X
squared.
minus X minus 20.
Yeah.
okay? So we took out the greatest common factor, so I know that for my roots, 0, 0 is repeated twice. And here that factors into x minus 5, x plus 4. So that makes it what? 5 and negative 4. So 0, 0, and that is double root. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. If my x-intercept is 0, 0, what's my y-intercept?
0.
0, 0. So that's why we didn't have to find it on 11 or 12. So we go what? 1, 2, negative 4 is 1s, it's going up. And 0 is a double root. 5 is a single root. There we go. Weird looking W.
Wow.
What?
Football.
And real quickly, when you're graphing this, and you'll see this when I give you your papers back, they have to be smooth and continuous. In other words, when I look at your graph, right here, I shouldn't see, that's not a polynomial. No corners, make them nice and smooth. If you have to go back in here when you see it and kind of smooth it out, that's okay. But they'll make a corner, I'll count it wrong. Continuous means I don't have gaps in my graph. It's all one line. The domain is always all real numbers. The end behavior is that the polynomial is the same as the power function or the parent function of that degree. X to the 4th, x squared, even powers go up or down, and odd powers change. They're not the same. And so a polynomial of degree n has at most n root. What does that mean? If I have an x to the 4th, how many roots can I have at most? 4. If it's an x, how many roots can I have? 1. So I can't have more than that, so please don't tell me that an x to the 4th has 6 roots.
Okay.
Oh, I thought I had like 12.
There you go. Okay, a single root, what happens when you have a single root?
Straight line.
So graph, and that's actually good. Straight line through
Blind.
the x-axis, not y-intercept. Double root is what? Oy. I'm gonna write parabolic. Does not cross.
It looks like bounce line.
I'm sorry?
Just balance the phone.
Bounces off, if that's how you can remember it. If you want to kinda draw you a little picture, it'd be kinda like that. And that is what it refers to. And then a triple root is what?
Snake, snake.
Snake, that word. Snakes through the x-axis. Okay, guys, these are really important because when we do rational functions, when you're graphing rational functions, you need to know what's happening in between two vertical asymptotes. And guess what?
What?
That comes into play.
Ms. O'Connor,
Yes, ma'am.
can you draw a little picture for the triple root?
Of what?
The triple root?
There you go.
Thank you.
Can I exceed more splash?
I'm sorry?
If we can exceed more, like, it's not a square thing.
Yes.
Would it be just like the double root? Would it act like the thing?
If I have what?
Like 4.
If I have a fourth root, yes. As long as the power is even, it makes a problem. It's like, if I would have a fifth root, it would still, it'd just be a little bit more squiggly line in there. But it would all be the same. Okay, we are going to have, what's tomorrow, Wednesday? Tuesday. Oh, darn, I was hoping y'all could have lied to me. Okay, on Wednesday, we're gonna have a quiz over this, okay?
Oh.
Yes, put the phone away, Devin, thank you. You're gonna have to graph without a graphing calculator. I know, right? Yes.
I need a with. I don't like one with it's a accident.
Practice, I'm sure. Here you go. Thank you. Hey, what you made on that? Oh, wait, you already have one. Here you go. Good job, Charlie. You want me to call it?
So you mean good job, Ohio?
Good job, Ohio.
He's from Ohio, so when he came out here, it was from Ohio.
Oh. No, I say good job, LaPorte.
I think so.
Yeah, see, I'm a part of the report.
Hey, dude.
I also have, for every one of you, a lovely grade report. Woohoo! Some of these are uglies. Yeah, right, yeah, it is. Pretty ugly.
I bet mine's as a
I mean, for the grades I got in there, that's pretty good though.
Ashley.
Ow.
That
It's different stories. It's like
not pretty, girl. Really? Huh?
You is you get to choose your story. So
Well,
they gonna start so your name, you just type your name in.
Megan. Lauren.
All this was due Megan. What was the level?
Matthew.
That's
Yeah.
Story started to say, okay, here's your name. the last one, the one I'm reading now, so it's basically this player at the high school, and he's trying to made a bet to see if he gets you in that. So I was smart when I was but I'm also like, over here, and then I tell him, and then one of the friends that we
Brooke, Devin.
I wasn't here Friday to see stuff, but do you have the papers that?
Hey, what is this? I gave you a grade report. You know what you're missing. You also have an assignment you need to be working on, so let's go. This is gonna be over quickly. We have this week, then we come back and we have about 2 weeks afterwards and then final exams. So get your act together, turn in what you owe me. Yes, sir. No, it is.
That's technically 28.
Yeah, you said, it'll say be sassy, be smart, or whatever.
No, don't round it up. Only I can round it up.
So I can't play it. I mean, let's go take over.
I'm sorry?
How do I work on this?
I'm
Not how this is great.
What did y'all do to that last Friday? The last Friday.
Oh, because I do have our 95 and 100, and that's.
They were for last 6 weeks.
I know.
Sit. No, I did not. Yes, ma'am. Yes, I can. I mean, yes, you may. No, I did not. That's not a priority of mine. Grades are done, grades have been turned in. In order for me to change the grade, I have to do paperwork. It's not a priority of mine. It will get graded and it will get turned in. But right now, that's not a priority.
Oh, yeah, I was gone for like 3 it doesn't have any extra, it doesn't have any integers or anything. It'd be a no.
Then anyone that should call them here that are 159.
Yeah, you're right.
Goes up to the ball, just stop. Goes to her.
Okay, when is our quiz?
Wednesday.
Thank you.
Wednesday.
That's okay. I'm used to people destroying my things.
These don't need to be signed.
No, ma'am. This is an FYI. If you were a Skippy Friday,
And I was Skippy Thursday. I was on the field. I was a Skippy
Thursday we did the notes that go with this. So here, Isabel.
Ms. O'Connor? I missed the Friday too.
Okay, these were notes. That's the warm-up. That's you can leave with me.
Can I put on you this?
Friday.
There's no way.
That's Friday. Who else needs Friday assignment?
Is this the only thing we need Friday?
Yes.
The X105, would that still be the,
It's certainly the same, saying the pledge of wage or, or so it's not only the
That's the only thing we need Friday?
I'm just gonna get the papers again. I know I took it for the transformation.
Oh, you know what? You know what's weird about this? You've been
Today.
Yes, I have. The one I handed you when you walked out.
Yeah, I don't know. I can tell you what Lindsay passed. Yeah. So number 543. So you need the what?
The transformations in the investigation.
I would be 2 for the degree.
I'm pretty sure I
I
turned
guess 2 for
The health department.
whatever the other thing is, because you do X amount of faculty, let me put them
The
in.
next in line is. Pretty sure. But I'm
Yes.
So this one you have. And I can go ahead and give you.
Moving on. At the bottom there.
Because we only have one.
That's what I would change.
For him, no.
No, he knows.
Oh, yeah, I think.
Megan,
Okay, I'm gonna put
Matthew,
Is that? Take his back, please. I've never seen Mark. Well, I thought only the highest power. Okay.
Anahi, Valerie, hey, if you are getting an assignment back that has a grade on it and you have a 0 on the progress report, you need to tell me that.
I'm missing,
Austin,
I'm missing all 3 piece rights.
Number 5 yet?
Hello, this is Aaron Leth, and this is my post-activity reflection video for my observing video. So I observed Miss Irene O'Connor, who is a Algebra 3 teacher and pre-cal teacher here at LaPorte High School. And I observed her class a few days ago and kind of took a minute to kind of get everything together and look at what all I observed. It asked for a description and evidence of what you observed during the field experience activity. So she runs her class in a way that she knows exactly what she's doing. The kids know the expectations. They come in and they start getting to work. The first 4 to 5 minutes of class are geared towards a warm-up. It's projected on the board. When they walk in the door, they know to get started. She has 1 or 2 students that their job during that point in time is to finish the warm-up on their paper and then actually do it up on the board for everybody to go over. She looks over it shortly after beginning that, or after the beginning of class, but like I said, about 5 minutes, and they go over it, making sure everybody understands what's going on. She then goes into the lesson. Again, she has notes that are handed out, and they're kind of fill in the blank. Give her, where she projects them up on the board, and then they go over the notes and what the material they need to know for the class. She answers any questions. They do both choral and individual response questions. They will look and see what, or they will work example problems. And again, some of the kids are called to the board to work out the problems so she can check for understanding. There's also kids that calling individually for individual response. And then some of the stuff is just done with choral response. At the end, once they've done with notes, she turns them loose and lets them start working on the assignment and gives them probably between 10 and 15 minutes in class to work on the assignment. Nothing is due at the end of the period. Nobody turned any work in at the end of the period. They worked. There was some off-topic or off-task kids, but overall the kids knew what the expectation was and worked through that time frame. Instructional strategies. Again, I would say that it was a lecture-based, with some choral and individual responses. She was checking for understanding throughout by both the individual call-outs and then also having the kids go up to the board and work out the problems so she could see how they were coming up with the answers, and how they were thinking through the problems. There was also questions throughout of, okay, what is this? Why is it this way? How did you come up with that answer? Why do you think it's this? So I think there was some higher level questioning strategies going on, and just leading questions as to why the kids should be proceeding in the manner that they are. Differential instructions. I thought she differentiated instruction by not only doing choral response but individual response, and also calling up to the board. You keep the kids engaged and have them being taught in a few different ways. You also had them sitting right next to their partners. They were sat in pairs all around the room. So then you also had, it was encouraged to have students work with each other and get the information not only from the teacher, but there was also some group pairing, sharing, that kind of thing. Student engagement, again, between the individual call-outs, the choral call-outs, and the walking up to the board and having to work out problems. I think all of those things kind of incorporate student engagement and make them to where they have to pay attention. They have to be invested to some degree in the process, in the lecture, in the notes. Otherwise, you could get called out and not know what you were doing. What do I think went well? I think that, overall the class ran very smoothly. I think there was a few students who were not engaged, and I think that she could have called on them ahead of time. But at the same time, I don't know the situation. I don't know in the class. She might have a deal with those kids that they're not doing the work. They're not going to get credit for the class. And so, look, you play on your phone. You do what you need to do. Just let me teach. What would I change? They only had like 2 or 3 problems where they got called up to the board, and maybe have a few more questions where they have to go up to the board to work out the problems. But overall, I think she did a great job. I think that was exactly what you want to see in a classroom. The engagement, the kids knew exactly what they were doing. The objective was up on the board, and all of those kind of things. Surprising information. She's a teacher of the year. She's seen as one of the top teachers on this campus, and our classrooms aren't run a whole lot differently. It's just encouraging for me that the things I'm doing are things that are seen as advancing students, as making them successful, and things like that. How will this experience transform your practice as a school administrator? Just being able to go in and actually do a walkthrough, do a observation, the things that I'm going to be required to do as a principal, I think it's good practice. Again, this is a teacher that I know. I work with her. She's in my PLC. She's in part of my team, part of the math department with me. So it makes it a whole lot easier to deal with her and to talk to her, and just a little less intimidating. I think that this will help me gain some confidence in how I'm go into an observation, and just those kind of things. I thought it was a positive experience. it's one of those things that as an administrator I'll be doing on a yearly basis, and I'll be in charge of 20 kit people. So not only will I have the 45-minute walkthrough, I'll have the the 15-minute walkthroughs, and I'll have to go through multiple times of the 15-minute walkthroughs. And then on the flip side of that, also having the observation meeting and those kind of things, just more practice, better practice. So, thank you.